First, me, M26, and my sister are in a karaoke bar in Kyoto. A divorcee woman, F50-ish, starts hitting on me. There is only us three and the barman there. My Japanese is terrible, her English is worse, she just keeps repeating fish and chips. Fish and chips whilst trying to touch my battered sausage. Second, on a solo cycling trip from Helsinki to Oslo, camping in the forests each night. Trying to keep my protein intake up, I've really gotten into tuna wraps. I leave the empty tins in the porch of my tent in a plastic bag, no litter. At about 2 a.m. I wake up to some sounds outside my tent. After my head started working properly, I realize there's an animal barking about 1 meter at me outside my tent. At this moment I panicked. Was it a bear? A wolf? A moose? The mind boggled. After a while I managed to find my torch, turned it on and screamed as loud as my lungs could go, and then heard the animal scamper off. It then circles my tent all night, barking from a distance. The next day I find the sounds of Scandinavia on YouTube and realize it was a lynx. The third, sleeping in my car on a hill near a village in Turkey. Basically sleeping in a farmer's field, covered in rocks in a tiny European hatchback. Night comes and it's completely pitch black. I'm a bit wary of the Turkish farmers, so have tried to drive to the highest point on the hill so that no one in the village can see me. I start to hear thunder in the distance, and before I know it the biggest storm has blown over. Sat in a metal box, filled with fuel, on the biggest hill in the area, lightning striking all around. Worst sleep ever. Fourth, driving with my friend through southern Russia. We end up giving a thumbs up, to try and be friendly, to a guy overtaking us in this big BMW 4x4. Before we know it this guy has started following us down the motorway, for about an hour for context, and we start getting really creeped out. My friend is driving and manages to just pull in front of a lorry at the last minute, so the BMW comes flying past, and we then start following the stalker. He slows down to about 30 miles per hour, 48 km/h, on the motorway, but we refuse to overtake him, just slowly following him down the motorway. We reach a service station turn off and at the last minute we swerve off the motorway, whilst the BMW driver has driven too far so has missed the exit. We park at the service station and look back at the motorway and watch the BMW's brake lights come on, his car stop and then start driving the wrong way down the service station road, towards us. Then we really start freaking out and realize we can either drive left or right around the service station. We take left. Suddenly we're driving headfirst towards each other. We both swerve out the way to avoid each other. He gets out his car and starts running towards my door. I look at his face and this guy is built, 6 feet, scar running down his face, careering towards me and my friend. Luckily my friend keeps his cool and manages to drive us out of there before he reaches us and we go hide in a field of crops. My greatest mystery is what the hell that guy wanted.